Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, and this is Let's Build a Mission with Overkill. Today I'm going to give you guys a couple of tips, not really tips, but more or less demonstrate how the new naming convention is working with the mission editor. It's absolutely fabulous. There's a lot of really cool features to it that took me a second to figure out, but I think you guys are going to really like it. It's going to make creating your units so much easier. One of the biggest things I hate, and unfortunately I don't know that if I'm going to go all the way back or not, but so if we click on something like this guy, you can see the unit number, right? So it says unit slash, or hyphen, or whatever that thing is, Jesus, hashtag whatever, pound 82. I hate that because you don't know what that is. When you're looking through it through your mission editor, trying to set up a trigger or something like that, you don't know what that unit is. So what they've done is actually really slick. So let's just throw a soldier down here. We can take anybody. Like here, look at this right here. So let's call him, this is Blue 4. Now, the one thing I'm going to tell you, space your words out if you want spaces with underscores. That's critical for what this is, because you can see how it uses the hyphen. It uses the hyphen as an identifier, okay, rather than a title. And you'll see the difference here in a second. So if I take this, for example, and let's do Blue 4, let's do hyphen, to show you armor, okay? And we take this and we bring it down here, okay? And let's drop him down here, okay? And obviously he's not armor, but now let's add a unit, and look what it does, -2, but we lose it up here, okay? So what I'm referring to is, if we take this guy now and we copy it, so I'm going to highlight him, hit Control-C, thunk. Okay, look what happened. The armor went away, and now it just says Blue 4-1. But if we do this, let's kill that for a second, and go Blue 4, oh, take that out, underscore armor, and this is why I always use underscores. I told you, it has to do with the way that a lot of things are spaced and named in coding. A lot of spaces are replaced with underscores when you are using it for a title purpose, unless it's to be read as plain text, which this is not. This is actually identifying the group on the back end into a table. So we want to do armor, okay, and now we're going to do -1. Check this out. So let's also make it back to one unit. Let's take this, grab this guy here, pull it like this, and now as we start adding units, 1 2 1 3 1 4, etc., okay. And actually, sorry, let's do one more thing. That was one thing that I missed. Name it 1 1, okay? And group, when you hear pilots, right, and they'll call sign, 1 1. So let's say we're Razor. Razor is my group's call sign. There's typically four aircraft to a group, right? So you're going to have Razor is the call sign for the group, and then you're going to have the first one being we are Razor 1. Okay, you may have two groups of Razor, a total of 8 aircraft, both with the call sign Razor, and you might have Razor 1, and then that will be Razor 1 1, 1 2, 1 3, and 1 4. And then if there's more aircraft to the Razor call sign, okay, it would be Razor 2 1, 2 2, 2 3, 2 4. Okay, and so it's titling this the same way. So we want Blue 4 armor 1 1 is this guy right here. And so now every guy that we add afterwards is going to be 1 2, 1 3, 1 4, 1 5, 1 6, etc. But now here's the cool part about naming it like this. So we have -1 up here. So Blue 4 armor -1, group 1 for Blue 4 armor. Okay, now if we copy this, check this out. Click on this guy, look what happened. Blue 4 armor 2 automatically titled it for us, and Blue 4 armor 2 1, 2 2, 2 3, 2 4, 2 5, 2 6. And this works with the aircraft, this works with the ground units. Absolutely fantastic, guys. This will make your mission editing so much easier when it comes time to triggers, because when we come here to triggers, and let's say we want a unit. I'm just going to pick anything here. Let's go new, whatever, something happens, sure, okay, or here, let's just do this. Unit inside zone. That's one of the biggest ones. Unit in zone, or unit dead. Okay. Now when we find our armor groups, look at this. Blue 4 armor 2 1 2 2. And you guys hopefully can see the advantage now that you're going to know exactly who you're talking about and who you're looking for when you come down to the list, rather than having to deal with knowing what all these guys are. I mean, look at this. Let's see all of my unnamed units right now. We have 355 units on this map right now that have no name. And so if I want to set up my trigger, okay, and I forget to write this down or forget what his unit name is, well, now I have to back out, go back, find the location where the unit is, write the unit name down, or name it something accordingly that I can easily spot it. So anyway, just a real quick video. I thought I would show you guys how that's all working. It is absolutely awesome. I love the new naming scheme. The same thing for the aircraft, which is what I'm about to do, is set up some air-to-air assets or training aircraft. So, for example, aircraft start with aerial. That's kind of cool. So we're going to drop this guy down here. Let's get him up at 12,000 feet. Let's set his armament. We want them to practice with the loaded aircraft, but let's take our fuel down to like 80. Let's go 70%. Lighten it up a little bit. Okay, we want it to be a client. All right, and now all I'm going to do for this guy is I'm going to give him a waypoint here. Let's see if we're still on it. Nope, we're on edit. So let's go give him a waypoint. Let's see what the distance for that waypoint is. Way too far. So let's bring this down to like half that. Well, about 10 nautical miles is what I found to be sort of the sweet spot. Gives you enough time to get in the seat, get your aircraft set up, and then, you know, by the time the merge happens, you're set. And that's what this for. It's for ACM training. All right, so, or BFM? BFM. No, ACM, I was right. So let's see here. So let's name this. Again, we're going to do the same thing. Blue 4, underscore for my space, Hornet, and then another underscore, A2A, and we want this to be -1. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to copy this guy and go like that, but we're going to do -11. All right? Because he's the first flight of the first group of Blue 4 Hornet A2As. All right, and then from here, we just add our aircraft in. So there's 4. Now there's quite a few of us that fly the Hornet here, so let's make another group. I typically just sort of throw them behind each other. Boom, and look at that. A2A2, 2-1, etc. Just like I was telling you. And like I said, there's quite a few of us. So let's grab about 3 groups of Hornets. And that's just like, that saves so much time. Like, so much time. A lot of the time, you know, just sitting here typing unit name after unit name, Control-C, Control-V, blah, blah, blah. So that's a really awesome naming scheme they've done now. It's just really important that you remember, instead of using spaces, use... Well, you know what? I haven't tried a space, honestly, because I don't ever use them. So let's see what happens when we do a space. We want the next group here, so let's set another group. Again, for 12,000. 1, 2, 3. Let's bring them in. That's pretty close. Okay. Let's add our waypoint. Bring them up here, next to this one. Thunk. Okay. That way they merge semi-close. We want this one to be, let's use the F-16. Let's get the Viper in there. Okay, and again, client. And this is going to be Blue 4. I'm going to hit space. God, I wanted to hit underscore so bad right there. I think I was about to have a seizure. Blue 4, Viper, and we still want the -1, indicating group 1. And then we'll grab this guy, throw it down here, Blue 4, -11. Let's give him a payload. We don't want fuel tanks. What's under intercept? Intercept will typically, yeah, it won't have your fuel tanks on it. So let's drop one of those guys in. And let's see what happens now when we start adding aircraft. All right, so it looks like it works just fine with the space. So disregard that. You don't have to use an underscore. I will say in any kind of text editor, if you need this, it's a lot easier with the underscore in it though, because in a text editor you can actually double click the name, and you see like right here how it only highlighted Blue 4. If we use the underscore and you highlight, oops, sorry, there you go, it gets the whole thing. Okay, so that's another reason why I like to use the underscores. But let's, for testing purposes, there's our space. Let's copy this group and see what we get. And I'm going to put him actually sort of right between. What did we get? All right, so yeah, it works just fine. All right, so you can have a space or an underscore, just don't use the hyphen. The hyphen absolutely treats it as an identifier right here and will remove it when you copy the group over, okay? So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this real quick tutorial on how to do the naming scheme with the new naming convention that Eagle Dynamics put in place with this last update. Absolutely thrilled with it. That's awesome stuff. Really makes a big difference in the long run when doing these missions, because naming is everything. Like, you really want to stay away from using those unit slash or again, hashtag numbers, whatever you want to call it, the pound sign. But anyway, so I will see you guys in the next one. Hope you're all doing well. Continue to hit those like and subscribe button. I'm really loving the attention the channel is getting, guys. Please keep it coming and know that it is so appreciated. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.